Tell you, it's got a nice sound to it, doesn't it? It's really nice to sleep by, for sure. So yeah, I'm just sitting here on the bank, and I just finished my dinner. It's just about 10:30 at night, and still pretty light. You know, again, it's not as light as it was, initially over in like the Yukon and over here in Alaska at first. Seemed like it was a bit lighter all night, so it is starting to, get a little more like twilight instead of looking as much like broad daylight, it seemed like. It's funny too, there for a while, every night when I would be getting my gear out for the night, I kept grabbing my headlamp, and I think I was still laying it next to where I sleep, next to my sleeping bag, and in case I had to get up in the middle of the night, and it was just kind of hard to get that in my head that I didn't have to, that I didn't need it. So, but there'll be a time, Lord willing, here before too long, it'll truly be night again, back in the lower 48, and again maybe even before that, over in maybe in British Columbia or Alberta. I guess we'll see. Honestly, I don't know. But and I've gotten used to the light. At first, I thought it would bother me, as far as sleeping well, but no, it doesn't bother me a bit. And sure, I'm sure I like hunker down on my sleeping bag, and probably have it up over my head to where a lot of the light's covered, but still. But I think again, just that God-given circadian rhythm, I think it's called, something to that effect. Where it's night. It's whether it's light or not, it is night, and my body knows it's time to sleep. So thankfully, that hasn't been an issue. Let's see here. Oh, I just had to make sure we could see Zeke, the campsite there. Yeah, I mean, again, what a campsite. This is so here I'm sitting here and got my old Nalgene and stuff, and again the shore, and there's the stream, and then the river. I just think it's unreal to be able to camp in a place like this. Let's see what else. So a little bit ago, before I got over here, across the guy in a pickup truck, talked to him for a few minutes. His name was Bob. Bob's a gold miner. Bob's an honest to goodness gold miner. He saw me stop by the river taking pictures, and he asked me, if I was seeing anything good or something, and I was just like, oh, it's just all so beautiful. But then we were talking, but then he kind of like admitted, I think he was kind of checking on me too, so to speak. He had said that they had recently put a dredge in, and he thought maybe I was taking pictures of that, but I didn't see his dredge. I don't know where it was. I wasn't looking for it, so I didn't know. But anyhow, so yeah, Bob's a gold miner, and he was an interesting dude. Want to know if he was drinking, I think, a Coors, there in his truck on the road, and want to know if I drank beer, and I told him I don't, and then want to know if I drank Mountain Dew, and I told him, again, I appreciate it, but as late as it was, when I was talking to him, it was probably like 8 o'clock or something. Yeah, it was. I think it was 8. And I didn't need any more caffeine. I drank a lot of coffee today, so more caffeine is the last thing I needed. But very kind of Bob to offer, both the beer and the Mountain Dew. So, but Bob was a neat guy. Yeah, he was definitely a character. I mentioned, the road too. This road, since Chicken, if I hadn't said that already, has been a dirt road. And I mean full-on dirt, really, not gravel, but just like a hard-packed dirt. There are some soft spots. And then too, it had rained, I'm sure today, and there's some kind of that real packed down mud, dirt gets a little slick. So there were some slick areas too, it seemed like. But still, it was pretty good riding. Not fast, of course, but with this scenery and stuff, it's nice just kind of cruising through here on a dirt road. Way up here in Alaska, not too far from the Yukon. I mean, it's just like, everything about it's cool. Hey, speaking of Alaska, you see I'm sporting my new toboggan I bought in Toke today. The one I've been wearing, the black and gray and white striped, I've had for literally 20 plus years. It's a Wigwam is the brand. I don't even know if Wigwam's still a brand, but they make amazing socks, and again, great toboggan too. I've had some of their socks. I probably bought when I bought the toboggan that I've had for, again, 20 plus years. I hope it's still a company. I'll have to look them up sometime, see if it is. But I used to work for Dick's Sporting Goods, and we were able to get them discounted, like, because we're an employee, so we got them like way discounted. So I bought a bunch of stuff then. So I sent it home though. I wore it a lot of this trip and got some great use out of it. And as with over the years, it's been on many trips with me. But thought it was time to sport something new. So Alaska, represent. Let's see, what else? I was going to say something else. Oh, the bear. I'd mentioned earlier when I stopped for a break up the road about looking around for bear. Yeah, when I was over in Glen Allen, I guess it was yesterday, I was talking to the guy that worked in the Chamber of Commerce there, and he was, he like points out the front door and he's like, I got chased by a bear right there, or I had a bear come after me right there or something. And we're talking a couple like major intersections of 2-lane roads come together there, and big gas station where everybody and their brother both going and coming. It was like that, just super busy, just a lot of people. There was a food truck over to the side of the Chamber of Commerce, and then again across the parking lot. Like I said, it's this big gas station and just a really busy area. And like I said, it was when I was going through towards actually, I guess I went past it 3 times. When I was first going down to Valdez, because it's where the road splits off down to Valdez, and then when I came back up to go over towards Anchorage, I came back through there again, and then like I said, coming back from Anchorage back to Toke, I went there again, and I'm thinking I might have stopped all 3 times. I don't remember now. I really don't remember. But either way, busy place, and the dude got chased by a bear out in the parking lot. And I don't remember if he said it was I think he said it was a grizzly, because it would have been, because he said he'd never seen a black bear. He said he's lived up there like 12 years, and he knows, they've got him, but he's never seen one. So, and he said too, it happened one other time. He didn't say where, but made it like he had another bear incident somewhere else. And so, yeah, that said, I'm always kind of conscientious of it, of course. And again, here soon, I'm going to walk my food a ways and just put it off to the side for the night. It's what I've been doing. I never keep food in camp, of course. But too, and I always keep my bear spray. And when I had my bear spray right here, and when I had my Amigo with me, of course, I slept with that next to me, and the bear spray. Now just the bear spray. But yeah, even just tonight, setting up the camp and all, I think I was a little more bear conscious. It seemed like I kept, I'd hear something, and I keep looking, thinking, I just being aware, man. They are out here, and evidently there's a decent amount of them. But God's got me. Whatever happens, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. And He has brought me safely thus far, and I will just say a prayer, Lord willing, and just rest well tonight. Knowing that He and His angels surround me. I've got truly nothing to worry about. And again, that's regardless of what happens. And I'm not trying to be flippant about it, but the reality of it is, I even, before I came out on this trip, I got my wheel, squared away. And in the past year or two, I took out a pretty big life insurance policy and stuff like that. And I've given, I've written down, instructions for if something would happen to me. And I asked my buddy Mitch, for that matter, a good friend of mine, a great brother, if he would speak if something would happen. Or, when it does, even, years down the road, if Mitch is still alive, and I go first, I'd like for Mitch to speak. That would be great. But all that said, like I told my family, we know God's in control, and whether I came out here or stayed home, our days are numbered. And if he was going to take me home, he was going to take me home whether I came or stayed at home. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And two, you know, I mean, I just, the reality is, you know, I said, you know, if it would happen while I'm out here, I'm doing something I absolutely love. I'm having the adventure of a lifetime, and you know, and if it would be my time, if he would take me, then I would just kind of ride on the glory, so to speak. So I'm riding these Alaskan highways and the roads all over the country, and again, if he would take me home, like I said, it's I would just ride on the glory, and you know, I feel like I'm a young man, and like to think, God willing, I've got many years ahead of me, but I've got the hope. You know, I mean, that is my hope. I know where I'm going, and I know ultimately it'd be all right. Actually, it'd be more than all right. I'd be better. We said it before. We can't even comprehend what heaven's going to be like. Beauty of this place, and I'm sure it does not compare. And this is pretty amazing. So all that said, I'm gonna call it a night. I don't know that I necessarily meant to say all that, but it's a reality, and it's all part of the adventure. Like I said, I got everything taken care of, and I know God's got me taken care of. So it's all that matters.